everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday night to everybody. David Rubin, how are you doing? Let's see, I can just run down here. I got Martin Bowen, Chicken Man Dan, Raw, how are you? Let's see, VMC's in the house, Ron Pierce, Greg Chapman, Aaron Foy, David Rubin, and Lisa D. How are you? Shell Bell, good evening. Chicken Man, how you doing, Chicken Man? So you hear the dog barking. Hannah put a couple of old china cabinets we had on Facebook Marketplace, and they're here picking those up. So the dogs are going ballistic. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. I got $500. Oh yeah, hey Gabe, how you doing, Gabe? Good to have you, Superfan Gabe, in the chat too. So hope you are doing well tonight. Valerie, hope you're doing well also. So the dogs are barking at the people picking up those cabinets. That should be over in a minute. So I got $500 worth of one today. I did go through all of them. Hey John Chum, and turn them right side. These were in such bad shape. I mean, there's some nice bills in there looking at the reverse, but they were in really rough condition. Hey Crafty Dragon. But I wanted to kind of showcase this little beauty that I got back from grading today. Those of you that might know G-Dub that is often in the chat, he had this $100 bill, 1969, that he wanted me to send in to be graded. He wasn't sure what he wanted to do with it, whether it was, you know, hold on to it or well, he actually wanted to sell it. He didn't know if he wanted to sell it raw or get it graded. So we ended up, thank you, Silver Serpent. So we ended up grading it, and then I ended up working out a little silver trade with him for it. So absolutely beautiful mint state 64. That's a choice uncirculated grade for PMG, and also that EPQ means that it has exceptional paper quality. And you get that through the centering of the note, the edges. There's no feathering, there's no issues with it whatsoever. And even on a greater note, this is the only bill, $100 1969 Federal Reserve note from Chicago, graded at a mint state 64. There's 65s and 66s, I believe, but this is the only 64 graded through PMG. So I thought that was kind of cool too. So anyway, new note added to the collection. Thought I would share it. And with that being said, let's get on to the hunt. So hope everybody's staying cool. I saw Martin said it was getting hot already up there in his neck of the woods. Haven't done this on this new mat yet, so thank you, Greg. Thank you. Let's see. Might come in a little closer if I can. All right. Let's see. Let's put a little light on. There we go. Now we're talking. Hiya, Crafty. Face camera. What did? Oh, I hit it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't give anybody vertigo there. All right. Don't need a circle light. All right. Here we go. First bill of the night, 2017A. We'll just kind of go through these. It had some, hey, Jolly Roger and Dad Sparrow. Got to, I don't know, maybe sweet and sour. I would kind of be like a Jolly Rancher, not Jolly Roger. Hey, Littlefoot. I did get my chat where I could move it over to the other screen. I figured out how to do that. Unfortunately, it's not part of my browser. Before, I could open it up in another browser, and that allowed me to magnify or make the words bigger. But I can see it pretty good. It's as good as this side. So anyway, I can see my name when you guys, like Jimmy Lacari, tag me now. So that will work a little bit better, maybe. A little bit better. We're going to do as we usually do. We're going to run this thing until 8 o'clock, then we'll shut it off promptly thereabouts. And so, anyway, that's where we're at. Michael Erickson, how are you doing? I did another short today from my coin machine. That other one that I did, the one with the magnet, with the Canadian nickel on the magnet, that thing's gotten over 7,000 views. That is by far and away, by 2,000 or 3,000 views, the most watched piece of video I've ever put on YouTube. So I guess that's a cool thing. I'll be up there at 100K like Pa before you know it. We did pick up another one. I think we were at 1629 last time I looked. There's blistering barnacles. How are you doing, good sir? I was joking about the 100K. Just in case y'all didn't know that. Hey, Del Brett. So what is on y'all's radar this week? I've got my grass cut Monday. I weed eated this morning, and I realized that my dad had left me. Man, my dad had a bad fall. It didn't break anything, but he fell, and I think maybe on the shower door or something, he hit the back of his left arm. And you know how it is when you get old. Getting old ain't for sissies, but he just took all the skin off the back of his arm. So we've ended up having I had to carry him to the doctor Sunday and get it all cleaned up. It wasn't anything serious as far as being deep. But just extremely painful. There is our first star note of the night. I'll tell you what, let's wait till the end on the star note. That's a 2021. And I think what we'll do there at the end, we will take the last 20 minutes or so if we get a number of star notes, and we'll run the numbers then. So I saw Pa had a note. I meant to make a comment in the chat. He did a dollar bill search yesterday, and he had a tombstone note. I think it was 1897 to 1970 or something like that. It would have been a person that was in their 70s now, but it would have been a tombstone note. Shellbell got a book that has all the different kind of fancy serial numbers and things you can look for. Pretty interesting. She let me take a gander of it. No, this year is, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, 2021 would be, the last printing where they do star notes. That would be correct, I guess. David Rubin got a $5 star note today. Oh, and that was another point on this $100 bill. It is a star note. It was a $100 bill star note, so that adds a good bit of value to it also. No, I'm not anymore, Dad Fair Change, because I found out that while I've been doing that, almost a birthday note, 05, if that 84 had been a good one. I found when I was doing that, I was taking them to the bank, and they were just stripping them all of them out of the strap and counting them, and then putting a new strap on them. And so my idea was to save them a little time, and I I just put them in a box. I've got a box that they fit perfectly in, and they count them, and whatever I'm short, I just make it up if I'm trying to get my full 500 back or 1,000 or whatever the case may be on that. But every place I've done that and taken those two that way so far have been fine with it. I know I've heard some people say that their banks don't like them to do that, but the banks I've been dealing with so far, they don't care. So trying to make it easy on them, you got to take care of those tellers. So I'm hoping my other PMG order will be done this week. That one is the one that I'm really, hey Robert Bruce, really waiting on. Oh, and by the way, I kind of graded that note in my mind. I don't know. I think it's easier to grade notes in that condition, you know, because you can kind of, like me and Martin have talked lately. It doesn't seem that the everyday man ever gets the Mint State 67 on anything, you know. So I called that one a 64, and I nailed it on the grade. And to get a 64, the bill has to have exceptional paper quality. So that was kind of a given at that grade. Anxious to see how I did on the other notes, though. They would be much harder to guesstimate on. There's Bryce Cooley have a 63 red star note. There's Pa Spare Time as I live and breathe. Pa was going to say, you know, you had one note that was a 1970 and then a 1891 or 1895 or something like that. I think they call those tombstone notes. I'm not an expert on there's net thing too. I'm not an expert on the currency as far as fancy serial numbers, but I think anytime you can get two dates that span a lifetime, you know, that's reasonably amount of time between times someone might have lived their life, you can call it a tombstone note. Is that in your book, Shelley? Bell, are tombstone notes in your book? Is that a thing? Because I found the zip code notes. We had some earlier, Littlefoot. They've been moving through. Just we'd get a bad cloud and then they would be gone. But it rained just about every day this week for a little bit. There's a 2008 to 2088. That would be a stretch there. Oh, you did end up keeping it. Okay, I meant to put it in the comments, and I never took the time to go back and do it. Sorry about that. Those are cool. I think I could see that be one that I would try to look for and keep. Oh yeah, I never can remember how that goes, but I know what you're talking about. Y'all would have to watch for that one. I might miss that one. There's Sue. We got Sue's number. Does that count? We got Sue's number on there, if that counts. Littlefoot, are you going to try to come to the coin show in November? a coin show in Knoxville. There's a coin show in Knoxville, Tennessee that we're getting a group together to go to. If you're interested in coming up and seeing everybody, there's a taped up one. There we go. Martin Bowen looked it up. Yep. Yeah, the star notes, $2 star notes are becoming a thing if they're in good condition. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Got a Bowling Green, Kentucky. Okay, cool. That would be great. Just FYI, I've got the conference room reserved for Friday night. So from 6 to 10. So we're going to be doing box hunts and everybody just kind of congregating in the conference room on Friday night. So just an update there if you haven't heard. Oh, indigestion. That's still a pretty good return on a $2 bill. Now, you know, understand too. Okay, all right, thank you, Shellbell. That's in graded condition. Anything else is subject to opinion. Those are not too terribly expensive to grade. It costs about $21 to grade a current. I think it's 1959 and newer. At PMG, it's about $20 to grade one. Need to get my little box out. I'm gonna put the bills in. That's how I return them to the bank right there. And they seem absolutely fine with it. I don't count them. They run them through the counting machine anyway, so they tell me what the total is, and I either make up the difference or get a little change back, one of the two. '09, nada. There's a 1968 7200. Paul, I just got this one back, went at the same time as the others. I'm expecting those to move to shipped any day, hopefully sometime this week. by the end of the week, maybe, although it is a holiday. So, but I'm hoping sometime this week. And then when I get them in, I'm going to do a reveal on the grades. I had everything guesstimated over here on a list. So when I do get them in, we'll do a PMG unpacking. See how we did, how close I was. I did good on this, Pa. I just got this back. This is a $64 $100 bill, 69 Federal Reserve note from Chicago. It's a $100 star note, and got a Mint State 64 on it. Super nice. But that went with the same order. Hey, Kimmy King, but I forgot to I think there's a way I can have everything shipped back together. And my mistake was I didn't do that, so it cost me an extra $10 to grade that note because I didn't combine shipping with my other orders. So that kind of sucked. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's on the radar, Pa, down the road. Those are pricey, though, but I would like to have one. That was the other thing about that, Pa. That is the only 69 Chicago Reserve note at that grade. There's only 17 graded higher, and that's the only one PMG had graded at a 64. So got a little provenance to it. So I don't really have a good price on it because there's no price on there for that grade. There's higher and there's lower, but I can't find. That will be cool because if the grade sheet ever updates, that will be kind of cool because there will be one price for the 64, and that's going to be my note. That will be my note. I think that's pretty cool. So we'll just have to see. At some point they should upgrade the database, and when they do, that's going to be that one they show will be my note. So I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly. That's like Michael Erickson. That dime I sent in from Michael Erickson that time came back top pop on what was it, 98? What dime was that, Michael, I sent for you? It was a W dime, 2016, I think. Just because there's not many of them, I guess. The WalkerMagnet collection. Top 10. Yeah, 2016 W. Yeah, Michael Erickson got a top pop on that. So we will be on Saturday. I know it's the holiday weekend. 4th of July is on Friday. I got, oh, nice. Well, I'm estimating that's going to come back at around a 45. So that will be a EF extra fine grade if it gets a 45. Because that was a nice one. So that would be a really nice 100K. And I do think it'll be back. I am expecting it hopefully to be shipped this week. But with the holiday and all, it could be next week. But there's 14 bills in that submission, so. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Good decision. Good decision, Paul. Thanks for heading that off. We got people getting excited already. Black Eagles are beauties. They are beauties. Brian Jensen, good evening, good sir. That is crazy. $460 for a box of nickels on eBay. I thought the juice had run out on those. I thought people had they had kind of, they weren't such a thing anymore. That is just crazy. I mean, why are people buying them? Why are they going for that much here? I mean, it's not like they're going to quit making nickels. But hey, good luck to you there. I mean, congratulations on that. That's not a bad return on a $100 box of nickels. I just don't understand that. Yeah, I know they're low mintage. But I mean, if I'm getting them in pocket change, you know what I'm saying? Martin Bowen sent me some. I've got a partial tube that he had. Obviously, how many bids have you had on it, Paul? Do you know? One, two, three, four. Nope, don't have a 7. Okay, 17 bids. I don't know, Michael. They probably would, but they would probably charge you for each coin, not the whole roll, I would think. I will. I don't search quarters very often. But I tell you what, my bullion dealer, he doesn't look very much at the dates. I bought a tube of quarters from him back a little while back, and man, I filled about 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 spots in my album. Whoop, there is 5 in a row. We have 5 zeros. I don't keep quad, but I do keep the 5s. That's a nice looking bill there. We're going to put that one aside. Put that in the collection. Nice. Yeah, I'm not up on my quarters there. There's quad 8s. Three 617 3641. Hey, Jim Thompson. I found me I got a blazing deal on a doggone table today. I was looking for a table to put my tabletop Blackstone grill on, and so I needed a metal top table, and so I've been looking on Amazon and looking on local, and I'm not keeping them to really to resell them. So I'm just kind of being a little more selective, I guess, in what I'm putting in the box. I don't want to have too much money sitting over there in $100 bills. So I'm kind of being a little more particular on what I'm keeping in the box and what I'm not. If I was trying to turn them around or something, I would, but I'm not. So one day, I'm sure my kids will be grabbing a handful of them and running to the dollar store, going to the Dollar Tree. Yeah, so the table, yeah, sorry, I get started on stories and get sidetracked. So I found I found an aluminum, like a picnic table or like a TV tray for outside, of course, and it was $78, and the pallet got damaged, and they had 2 palletfuls of them. I think I'm going to go back and get another one if they're still there, because it rang up at the regular price, and I had to go take a picture of the placard that was on the display and show them that it was half off. So I got that thing for like 36 bucks. So I thought I did really good. I have not found anything on Amazon or anywhere else that was a metal, a sturdy little metal table to hold that grill for less than 80 to 100 bucks. So I was quite happy with that today. And I think like I said, I think I'm going to go back and get another one just for the patio out back. I have one to put my grill on and one to use for socializing. I haven't hunted nickels. Maybe we need to do a Tuesday night nickel hunt sometime soon. I haven't hunted nickel in quite a while. Oh man, I tell you what, I've only found two, and one of them was at your house, and the look on Hudson's face, I'll never forget that as long as I live. Never forget that as long as I live. Hey there, Show Me. I've got some quarters I need to send back at some point. I did not properly ask for the right designation. Okay, cool, Jolly Roger. 'Cause that you cut out that I've got, like today I did another short for my check the magnet on my coin machine, and I was able to take a picture afterwards of my finds that were in my hand. I was able to clip it in there, and then I was able to put another text message on there as far as the amount that I found in the coin machine today, and it's a pretty handy little app. And I did that in about 10-15 minutes, sitting here watching YouTube, watching Wimbledon. All right, Pa. I got a solar charger on my lawnmower, Pa, that trickle charges, and it keeps it topped off really nice. We'll see you though, Pa. Be careful. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. There is a trinary, 6s, 4s, and 7s. Oh, I understand. Yeah, I understand. And it really doesn't really matter. I mean, whatever's working for you, that's just the one that I've gotten comfortable with. Hey, Visterian, Brent Straddle, how are you? I'm having to sit on these $50 over here for the weekend. So I usually do my build. I take my coin money and run that through the coin machine. Then I take that money and buy bills to hunt Tuesday and through the week. And then I take those back and buy my coins for Saturday. But with the holiday coming up this weekend, I was afraid I wouldn't get. There's another star note. So I'm also looking. I found out watching another channel that you can find filled star notes, and that's a error. And then you can also find inverted star notes. So that's something you can look for on star notes. But another star note, that's number 2 out of the 200. So most people say if you get one a strap, you're doing good. So it's not too shabby. Pa had one that was, there's another one. There we go. And that is a trinary star note. So that's kind of cool. Looking for the inverted star and looking for the filled in. Oh yeah, he had a 159-mile-an-hour serve, I believe, and lost the point. He lost the point too. He ended up getting beat. He ended up getting beat. Yeah, my father-in-law was a big tennis fan, and he kind of got me started watching that. You know, kind of highfalutin for the redneck society, but I don't let many of my neighbors know I'm in here watching tennis. Yeah, that's me too. I'll watch golf just about every weekend, although I never was able to play it to any good effect. But I like watching it. I appreciate the skill and the nerve it takes to make those 17-foot putts for $3 million. Oh yeah, Andy Roddick was a beast. Yeah, the guy that beat him was an American, I believe, if I'm remembering right. ABH Ringer. Yeah, yeah. A dried out old pickleball player. Yeah, a hard serve is not all there is to it, though. You got to be able to play the little game too, especially at Wimbledon. I bought some blueberries and strawberries yesterday. That's what I had for supper. I kind of ate a late lunch, so we're doing pretty good so far. We're 2 straps in. We have 3 star notes and a 5 in a row on zeros there. Yep, how's the recovery going there, BH? Nearly 1 a.m. here. You getting heavy eyelids, blistering barnacles? I guess my 11 in the morning stream is not too bad for you. Oh, did he? Well, that was nice of him. I'm assuming it's a him. Yeah, I had strawberries, blueberries, strawberry yogurt, and peach yogurt. Oh, a 5 of a kind. Nice, nice. And then I like honey and granola, oats and honey granola bars. Nature's Own, I think, or Nature something or another. And I take 2 packs of those. I put them in a Ziploc bag and crush them all up. pour them in there and mix all that together. It's not a bad little, would probably be a better lunch than a supper, but I didn't want to eat anything too heavy before bed tonight. Now having watermelon. Man, my wife loved her some watermelon. That was one of her favorite summertime things, was watermelons, and she liked fresh tomato, bacon and tomato sandwiches. No lettuce, just bacon and tomato. Now you know where I got it, Shellbell. Alrighty there, Littlefoot. You're gonna make me get a drum roll, boom boom drum thingy. Southern Metal used to have one. Another star note. Doing pretty good today. Doing pretty good on the stars. There's a movie, one of the John Wick spin-off ballerinas supposed to come out on video today, so I may try to watch it one night this week on Prime. There's the Todd to Todd. How are you doing, good sir? Whew. That one wore out. That's pretty bad shape for a 2009. That's an interesting thing I've been seeing on another channel we watch. Wild weather in my area. Oh, tornado warning just north. Head down. Go to the basement. I hope nobody was injured to Todd. As bad as that bill is worn, you can see the raised element of the bill, the numbers, the seal, the serial numbers are still visible even though the bill is worn so bad. Whew. Hey there, Frostbite. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. It was a 2009, Lisa D. 2009. Yeah, these were in such bad shape, and I've gotten them like this before, Lisa, from this particular branch of my credit union. It's almost like these might have been in a pile they were fixing to send back to the Fed to be destroyed. And I called and asked for 501s, and so, hey, Joey Brown. And so they scrounged around and got everything they could get. And it may be they're doing it because that keeps them from maybe filling out a bunch of paperwork to have them destroyed. But I don't know what the deal is with that. But I've gotten several bundles from them that were. So there's another kind of war when it's of 2013. But I've gotten several bundles that were, I mean, just an absolutely horrible shape. It was 95 here today, Jim Thompson. Whoop, Michael Harris hit the slots.
Can't touch this. You can't touch this.
It's always been one of my favorites. That and exclamation TD. I was watching some old speed plays on no, Brian, nobody had that I know of. Hunting Southwest Ohio has tried to reach out to her by email, and but nobody has heard anything from her in quite a while. No takers. I don't really have a baseball team. You know, Atlanta's the closest team that I have professional. we're doing pretty good. We're a little better than a star note a strap, and we found one with 5 zeros on it. So that's always a nice one to find. Anytime you can find one with 5 on it. Just a little something we're doing on Tuesdays. I don't really try to stream long. We're gonna hunt these till 8 o'clock or until they run out, whichever comes first. Kind of keep her short. I know there's people that work. I like my bedtime to be regular. Hey there, Matt. Regular every night, so I don't want to keep y'all up, and quite honestly, I don't want to keep me up. That's why I like my Saturday morning stream. I can get my Z's and stream, and then sit back and watch Pa for the rest of the day. 4252. Those were close to the same run there, 2021s. Oh, off the rest of the week. I hear you. I hear you. My goddaughter and Hannah took the dogs out. Hey, Brian Robeson. Took the dogs out for a walk the other day. There's a park with wood trails and stuff to walk through, and it got a creek that runs through the bottom of it. Well, her dog is a golden retriever, and he absolutely loves the water, and Walker's not so much. He's not so much of a water dog, but that retriever was just, it was crazy. She didn't send me the video, but I mean, he would put his head under the water and just root around and root around. It beat all I ever seen. I mean, didn't have a dry strand of hair on him when he was done. Dogs are funny. Angus says he's just such great company. I'll come in here and be sitting at my desk with my leg propped up, and he'll come in, get up in my lap, and make him a little bed, and we'll sit here and watch YouTube for a while. He wants to go to bed with me every night, but it's been raining so much in the evening that I can't. I don't let him get in the bed because his feet be wet when I let him out to go to the bathroom. Hey, Chew, 949. How are you doing? Still waiting on that email, good sir. $8275. No power since Sunday. That sucks. What happened? Why no power? That's not good. There's quad twos. Bacon, bacon, bacon. I have not. Maybe I'm not knowing what you're. And you sent it to the address, the WalkerMagnet 949. I'm not meaning to pester you, but I want to get your goodies to you, you know. I want to get you your goodies. We got 52 likes. I'm going to get the likes going. And while that's running, I want to check my email for 949. 50 likes would be 2 Rosie or Merc dimes. Matter of fact, I got a Merc dime right there, and I'll add a Rosie to it. So you get one of each. One of each. And while that's running, I'm going to check my email right quick and see if I can find that email. Because I have looked and looked and looked and looked, and I have not seen it yet. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, 949, I hate to keep pestering you about it, but if you would not mind doing it again, because I don't have an email on that email for you, and I want to get you your round, because I got it sitting here waiting to go. I apologize for any kind of trouble in that, but you paid. I'm ready to pay you. One Merc, one Rosie. $50 likes. Hey, Sky Quest, Roy Hathaway, good evening. Good evening to you. Got a minute and 20 seconds to go on the giveaway. Coin Silver, how are you doing? $37 seconds to go. Anybody heard from Fleabag lately? Thomas tripped on a nickel. Nick Molnar, how are you doing? We're going to try not to time you out tonight, Nick. 2 seconds to go. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, good luck. Winner's going to be Dad Spare Change. Congratulations, sir. Happy Canada Day. Gabe Martin. I can do that. Matter of fact, I'll hand deliver that one. Thank you, Dad Spare Change. That was very generous of you. Very generous of you. Martin is coming to visit in a couple more weeks, so I will hand it to him. I will deliver it by hand. I agree that's fair change. One of the show I went to, I think it was the one in Georgia. I saw a man and his two sons in there, and hey Nick, I told him I appreciated him for getting his kids involved in the coin hobby. Nothing really. I don't think we found anything of late. No, I haven't been to the Dalton show. I go to there's a show in Marietta, Georgia every month at the first of the month, and I had it in my mind to go every month, and I only made it one time. So, well, I made it two times actually so far. It's a nice little show though. I want to start doing it more. 5-ounce Scottsdale and nice. I sold a Scottsdale round, a stacker round, not too long ago. 2-ouncer. Home alone. Wife and kids went to see the fireworks. Nice. Nice, quiet time for daddy's always nice. There's a couple almost consecutive, well, no, there are consecutive serial numbers. 40, 44, 6933, and 6932. And there's 6934. And there's 6936. Had almost three consecutive, 4 consecutive. Always cool to see. Not very much value there. Got about 45 minutes to go. We got one strap to go. Then we're going to run through the star notes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, not tonight. Actually, I don't have any more rounds to sell. I'm down to a few that I like, and I've got a bunch of ASEs that I'm not going to sell. So I am a little bit poor. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nick. I am sorry. I know that is a trial. I truly do know. I've never felt the pain, but I have treated the pain for many, many years with Allison's legs. She had such a hard time with her legs. William E. Switch sides. What are you talking about? What you talking about, William? I kind of play around with Tuesday nights. I'll do bills some nights. I'll do halves. I was talking a little earlier that we might do some nickels at some point. Haven't hunted nickels in a while. Yeah, the currency. Yeah, I like to do dollars. I've been doing about 1,000 a week that I don't always stream, but I try to do at least 500 or so a week on bills. We've got a couple of not some star notes. I don't haven't ran them yet, but we got a 5 zeros on one bill that I hear that's a pretty nice one to find. Zero 747 4702. That was kind of could have been something. Hey, Gatita. Gatita been a member for 5 months. Thank you so much, Gatita. That helps out a ton. I appreciate all of you, everyone that's kept their membership going for some 3 and 4 years. So not an insignificant sacrifice on y'all's part. Yeah, you know, it's kind of the FOMO thing, I guess, to a point, William, because they're going to be not making them anymore after this year. So I'm keeping my star note, but I've got a limit on it. I mean, right now they're getting kind of hard to find. I'm doing pretty good tonight. We're on our 4th draft, and we've got 4 star notes. So I hear that a star note a strap not a bad average. So we are we're still online for that. Whoop, she'll be able to hit the slots. Because if there was a damage on the bill or if the number was messed up, they couldn't reprint it again because it opened up the possibility of counterfeits or that note being duplicated. So they would print it again with a star at the end to separate it from the original printing. If anybody knows more about that than I do, please elaborate. But I believe that was the reason they did it, is to avoid duplicating the serial number, and they put the star on the end. And I was watching another channel that was saying that you can find some star notes. If you find one that the star is filled in, that is an error. And then you can also, sometimes you can look real close, you can find them with an inverted star. So if you find one with that filled in the middle, that's an error. So a filled star note, I hear, is a thing you can sell it on eBay. And then if you find that inverted, so that top point of the star be on the bottom, then that's a really kind of rare one to find there. So kind of like coins, there's things you can look for if you know what to look for. Whew. Saved y'all's eardrums on that one. Four, 2, 5, 2. Oh, nothing. That's another consecutive run though. There's a 5, 4, 2, 5, 2, 2, 4, 6, 4. The other one was 6, 5. Cool, Blistering Barnacle. You must love it to be up at 1 a.m. watching it. Just saying. I love y'all, but you wouldn't be seeing me up in here at 1 a.m. in the morning. One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 2, 1. Oh, okay, cool. Let me open it up and see if I can do a Windows change here and show it to you. I don't really know what those are going for, but they are a thing. Here we go. So this is what they look like. Nice, nice. Dad Spare Chain. Thank you for doing that. Just in case y'all were wondering. All right, last strap. We got 4 star notes, so we're getting a star note a strap so far, although we found 2 in one strap, but it averages out right. So my box here, when you compress everything down, will hold a full $1,000 almost perfectly. All right, somebody look that up for me if you will. Is that a zip code 89174? Because if that's a 95, but it's not a bar note because it has the printing plate numbers and stuff on it, so we already know that. But it is an oldie. We're going to keep it regardless. But if somebody would look up in Google 89174 and ask Google if that is a I hear you, Jimmy. If that is a zip code note, I'm going to keep it anyway. It's a really nice 95. So, Las Vegas, Nevada, nice. I'm gonna put that aside. I'll put it in my thank you, Chicken Man, Shell Bell. Yep, Las Vegas, Nevada, Carson City, Nevada. All right. So I really like to keep them. I've got a idea in my mind, that's generally where you have ideas, just saying, but I got an idea to get a United States like court board map and get me some really cheap dollar bill holders and pin one to each state as I find them. So I've got an Alabama, I now got a Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'm working my way through the United States with. Thank you 949. I appreciate you. Again, I'm sorry for the issue there, and I do have it now. Yeah, I could not find it on the PayPal, so I did look. So we are good and fine and dandy and fat and sassy now. So thank you, sir. I will try to get that out to you this week. I had everybody's done but yours, so you are next on the list. And beautiful round too, by the way. Good. I thought that was a good buy, and I appreciate it. There's Mr. Fleabag. I was asking about you earlier, good sir. Thank you, 949. Doing so much better. No ill effect from chemo. That is awesome. There's no good chemo, but the only good chemo is the chemo that treats you without making you sicker. I guess if you can put a good bent on that. Hey, Brian Jensen, did I say hi to you earlier? It's funny that you came in here looking for frostbite. I would go into other stream looking for you. Yeah, sometimes if I'm on my phone, I just kind of lurk because you can't tag and. Mine won't. You must have an iPhone. Or maybe y'all are going to teach me something. I always like to learn a little something every day, so I'm always ready. I'm always looking for the next tidbit of information to make my life easier. You have an Android? Well, you'll have to school me up then. I never can get mine to now. Mine does, like on my Discord every morning, we kind of do a good morning, how you doing deal, and and it remembers the names because I've typed them in so much that a lot of times I can just click them as I start to do it. I'll have to look at that. Usually those kind of features end up skipping out on the Android, and it's an Apple thing. Okay. Well, I always just do the @ sign, and it picks up all of the names that way. If you type in @ it lists all the names that you have talked that day, if that's what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I got mad at a guy just before the stream. As a matter of fact, Martin, my dad is having issues with balance and what have you. He's gotten to where uh, he gets a little lightheaded if he walks too far. Used to, it really wasn't an issue, but now he's having to sit down in between short trips, and so he don't want to use a walker, and he fell, like I told everybody on Sunday, and hurt his arm, not seriously, but serious enough. And so I got online and I was looking. I want to get him a watch, kind of like my Samsung watch. It has a fall indicator on it because he doesn't have a safety pull cord in the where he's staying at, or anyway, if he fell between the bedroom and the kitchen or in the kitchen, then there wouldn't be any way he could get a hold of anybody until somebody come in to check on him. He will be. It's going to be he's just knocked all the skin off the back of his bicep, but so I thought it would be a good idea. He's got one of those help I've fallen and I can't get up button, but of course he won't wear it around his neck. And so I found a watch online that's kind of made for that situation where it will he's got one of those buttons crafty. He won't wear it though, so it doesn't do him any good. Sits in there by his bed. But that watch, if he was to fall, it would notify somebody that there was a possibility that he had fallen, and he could wear it all the time. He wouldn't have to worry about it getting wet. He could shower in it, charge it up every couple of days or so, maybe every week, and then it would kind of be out of sight, out of mind for him. But we got to have the big talk this week about him using a walker of some kind. He doesn't want one of the, he doesn't want to do that, but I'm just really concerned. He'll be 83 this year. Hey, go Maple. From Winnipeg, Canada. Glad to have you. Yeah. Nettie Susan, man, we're getting a whole crowd in here. Somebody must have just signed off or something. Tea time, how are you? I didn't see you come in. Me, Ma, and my mom both won. Yeah, but I think that watch would be a better fit for him. It wouldn't be an obvious. he said that he didn't. Yeah, happy Canada Day to you. He said that only old people need walkers. Well, and he doesn't want to talk about a nursing home. He's in a independent living facility now, but you know he doesn't want to go to a nursing home, of course, and we really don't want him to go to a nursing home. But if he won't take care of what he needs, if he won't use some type of assistance in getting around, then it won't take but one more bad fall for that to be the only option. He's already broke one hip, so yeah, I understand there, William E. I understand completely. Sometimes I'll be doing shipping or something like that, and I'll just have whoever happens to be on. I'll be lurking in the background. Getting old ain't for sissies. That's what me and Martin tell each other all the time. Yeah, really. Yeah, I mean, Crafty, I mean, come on now. My dad wants to keep his independence, but to keep his independence, he's got to take care of being able to get from point A to point B. I mean, he's got a small little studio type of a one bedroom with a bath and a kitchen, and a small little living room, and a little very small little apartment in this complex. But still, he's already broke one hip. If he was to break the other one, there would be no choice but him to move to an assisted living facility of some kind. All right, KCB. I hope that went well. Well, the first letter is the Federal Reserve, so this would be a Chicago note, and then you can also see it in the seal. It will say Bank Federal Reserve of Chicago. So if it's a G on the note at the beginning of the note, that means Chicago. A is Boston, B is New York, C is Philadelphia, D is Cleveland, E is Richmond, F is Atlanta, G is Chicago, H St. Louis, I is Minneapolis, J is Kansas City, K is Dallas, and L is San Francisco. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, Shell Bell is like having a moment with that. Yeah, the really sad, my dad so far through his life, as he's gotten older and had to make decisions, we haven't had to force him to do anything yet. When he was losing his sight, he had a rear end collision, you know, trying to watch. He got macular degeneration, and the only way he could drive and stay in the road was he would drive and he would be watching the white stripe on the right side of the road. That was the only way he could stay in the road. And so as he was watching the white stripe, somebody stopped in front of him and he hit him. Luckily, no one was injured, including him. And so, but he realized at that point that he was going to have to hang his keys up. He just won't tell you the truth about anything, you know. He fell and hurt his arm at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he never called me. I get to his apartment. He's usually out front waiting on me, and when he's not, I go in. Sometimes he'll fall asleep in his chair, and I went in to get him. He was fully dressed for church, and it looked like somebody had drug him down a gravel road on the back of his arm. And so he didn't want to, he was adamant to go to church. And I said, well, look, we'll go to church to Sunday school, but as soon as Sunday school's over, we're leaving and going to the doctor, because I teach the Sunday school class, and I didn't have any time to let somebody know I wasn't going to be there. And if he made it from 6 o'clock till 9:30 when I got there, I figured it wasn't going to kill him at this point. And so we went to Sunday school, and then we went to the doctor and got it all bound up. And I've been going over. I didn't have to go today because he has a sitter on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I will have to go back tomorrow and doctor him back up again. Go back tomorrow and doctor him back up, but he's my daddy. You got to do what you got to do, you know. Yeah, UK, that's Bass Ackards. Getting a lot of consecutives in this go around. It's too bad they weren't running in such a way as we might have run into a really nice note. All right, that's going to wrap up the bill hunt. Let me get my star notes here and get switched over to the star note lookup. We'll look these up and call it a night. All right, 2017 A. If they're not average numbers, I will. If they're good notes, I'll put them up on the other screen. That one's 32 or 3,207,000 printed. 2021. Ooh, that's a 500K run size, so I'm gonna put that one aside with my zip code note. So that's a keeper. And we got another 2021. Actually, it ended up being a trinary. And that's another average run size. Pa had a 500 run size, run size on a note the other night. Didn't change the date. I do that quite often. That's a regular everyday one. And that's going to do it. So we had one good star note, 3 average circulation star notes. Let's do a EOS tonight. We will do a 40%er for the end of stream. So let me get that going, and then we will wrap her up for tonight. 2 minutes to get in on this. Just remember, 2 minutes. I shortened the time frame on my EOSs, mainly because usually I'm doing Hey Union Deposit Treasures. Usually I'm doing 2 or 3 different giveaways at the end of stream, and it gets a little tedious to try to do all of them in 3 minutes, and usually unnecessary. It's got 21 people in. 21 people in. People viewing. Come on in. Minute 10 seconds to go. Hey Valerie, first time I saw you tonight. I'm sorry if I missed you earlier. You're welcome, Martin Bowen. I got a new short out today on my Coinstar find. If y'all see that, give it a view. A little short, 18 seconds or so. I got 7,000 and like 7.1K views on the one I did the other day on the Canadian nickel I found on the magnet. That blew me away. It's by far like I can help you tea time. Just, we can get on the phone together. We can work something out. No problem. I can do what I can now. I'm have kind of just pushed buttons till I've learned a thing or two. So thank you, Jolly Roger. So, but we can. Well, normally that's me too. If even that many tea time. This one just happened to really take off for me. So here we go. We're going to do a little. One thing I will say, it seems to be the shorter they are, the more views they get. With today's attention span, people can't stay around for 45 seconds. So, all right. So here we go. We're picking a winner here. Good luck, everyone. Lisa D. Lisa D has won the giveaway. Oh, Paul, man, I am sorry, my friend. You came right as I was getting ready to push the button, I guess. Congratulations, Lisa D. So that is going to wrap it up for tonight. I know it was a little short. Me and Martin were talking about it. And next time maybe I get 600. I think if I got 601, that would be dead perfect for a 2-hour stream here on a. You're welcome, Lisa. On a Tuesday night. Guys, I appreciate you so much. The participation on the Tuesday nights is cool. Kind of a little more, I don't know, for lack of a better word, a little more intimate it feels like on Tuesday night. Everybody's fresh and ready to go on Saturday morning, so kind of a little more laid back on Tuesdays, but enjoyable nonetheless. So next Tuesday, maybe we'll do nickel. Would y'all rather do, well, unless my double stack bank gets a delivery this week, I probably will not have halves next week, so on Tuesday. So you got a choice. We can do nickels or we can do dollars again. So if you want to let me know what you might want to see, we can do. Union Deposit says nickels. We got 2 nickels already. So nickels on Tuesday, yes please. Shill Bell is the loan. Martin Bowen, I knew Martin was going to say bills. I knew he was going to say bills. All right, look like nickels have won out, so I'll get a box of nickels for Tuesday. And then next Tuesday, we'll do bills or something again. We're going to mix it up a little bit, try to keep it interesting. Again, I appreciate all y'all dropping in tonight. Y'all get some sleep. Hope you have a great day tomorrow and rest of your week. We will see you Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. I got 2 boxes already ready to go. Not sure what we'll have on an auction, but we will maybe have a few things. I've still got a few silver proof quarters I need to offer to you guys. And yeah, thank you for that, Fleabag. Also, everybody have a very safe 4th of July. And we'll see you on Saturday. So good night, everybody.